I can't wait to fucking get out of here. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I just can't. You want to read that for me again?
Yep. Second Esdras 16, starting at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Gird up yourselves with clothes. Gird up yourselves with cloths
There you go.
of sack and hair.
Yep.
Bewail your children,
Mm-hmm.
and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
That's right. Your destruction is at hand, America. Okay? Go ahead.
A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn them back?
Mm-hmm.
A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it?
That's right. The Most High is sending a sword, okay, and a fire. All right, and there's nobody here that's going to be able to stop it. Once Esau lets his thing go, he's not going to be able to stop it, and he's not going to be able to control the outcome, man. Okay, he's just not. Go ahead.
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
Yep.
May any man drive away an hungry lion in
That's
the wood?
right. Is there any man that can drive away a hungry lion? Okay? That lion, you can climb up a tree if you want to, or you're going to die up in that fucking tree because that lion's going to wait somewhere for your ass to come down out of there, man. Okay? He's going to lay underneath that shade and you get some rest until your ass comes down out that tree. You can't get rid of a hungry lion. Go ahead,
Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble?
Yep.
When it had begun to burn?
Mm-hmm.
May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
That's talking about them nuclear missiles, man. Once they shoot those off, they ain't going to be able to turn them around. They're not going to be able to stop them. They're not going to be able to deter them from their marks. Okay, go ahead.
The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
That's right. Nobody can drive these plagues that are coming away. And you know, I'm going to those arrows that are shot by a mighty archer. It's funny, goddamn bird. It's funny that I was going into the numbers of 200 million. Okay, when I was thinking about the number of people that are in America, it's 350 million people. Okay, if there's 200 million missiles, I'm thinking I'm thinking about these numbers, man, because it's odd that every person that may be left here in America when those nuclear missiles comes is going to have their own personal missile, man. They're going to have their own personal nuclear bomb or their own warhead.
The thing is, there's like in each missile, there's like
multiple warheads.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo. Hey, yeah, it's mind-boggling, but if you think about it, all the people that are going to be left here in America, because you gotta understand that the 350 million, out of that 350 million, there might only be like 50 to 75 million people that are taken out of here. Okay, because you got other Israelites all over the earth, man. Okay, you see, so everybody might get their own personal missile over here, man, or their own personal nuclear bomb. You take that CF, you know. Go ahead, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought. Thinking as a man.
All good. Verse 9, the fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
Yep.
He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence?
Yep.
The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are trouble, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Yep.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Yep, that's talking again about the nuclear bombs, man. Those thermonuclear missiles. Okay? They're not going to miss their marks, man. Nobody's going to be able to turn those things around. You see? Go ahead, brother.
He got them 4 angels holding back the four. What is it?
four
The
winds
4
of
winds
destruction.
of the
Yep.
earth. Once he
Yep.
gives the green light to Esau, boy,
That's it. That is it.
can't turn the missiles back.
It's done. It's shit. Like I said, they all have. When the economy collapses, this place is going to be in total chaos. These people are going to panic. Okay. When the food runs out in certain people's houses, they're going to start asking neighbors. The neighbors are going to be like, nah, we don't got none. But when they smell that chicken noodle soup cooking, okay, because they're going to be able to smell, a motherfucking mouse fart from 2 miles away. You understand? Yo.
Now that you lied,
Yeah.
taking everything.
Yeah, you should have gave me a can. I'm coming to take all your shit now. Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to panic. They're going to run out of food. They're going to start killing each other for food, man, for resources. Okay, the martial law is going to be declared. They're going to say, okay, we got a solution. All right. When you go to take that seat here, that solution that they're going to have. All right. Them damn nuclear. Then they're going to make it mandatory. Oh, you have to take it. Okay, ain't gonna be no ostracization from society. It's gonna be you gotta take it, and we don't give a damn. You gotta take it, or we're gonna put your ass in jail, or we're gonna put you to death. Okay, and when that happens, when the chip is mandatory, them nuclear bombs are coming, man. Okay, the brother just read it. Go ahead,
Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again
Yep.
until they come upon the earth.
Yep.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out.
Yep, the fire is kindled. All right. So what's going on right now? Esau's trying to collapse his economy. He's trying to get rid of the dollar. He can't just do it because then he's going to be looked at as somebody who did something without, you didn't have to do that. Everybody's going to say, they're going to look at him as the bad guy. So he has to have conditions leading up to the dollar collapse, which he's trying to create right now. He's trying to create conditions, strife, envy, you know what I mean, in these poorer neighborhoods, a lot of killing in these poorer neighborhoods, fight, migrants fighting American citizens. So Esau's really collapsing his society. And what's going to happen? The end all be all, man. Them thermonuclear bombs are coming. The destruction of Esau's kingdom. Go ahead,
Till it consumed the foundation of the earth.
Yep.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward.
That's right.
Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Yep.
Woe is me, woe is me.
Yep. Destruction. And this is Esdras, man. Saying destruction. Destruction is to me, man. Am I gonna live? Am I gonna die when I come back in this time? Talking about reincarnation. He's seen something and he knows he was here. He knows about reincarnation. That's why then he wasn't destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Okay? But he's saying to himself, oh my God, how am I going to get through this when I come back in that time? When I come back to prophesy about the end, how am I going to get through that shit? How am I going to get through the all the killing that's going to be taking place, the starvation, okay? All the jabs that they're going to be telling people that they have to get, okay? How am I going to live through those things, man? Go ahead.
Who would deliver me in those days?
See?
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
Yep.
The beginning of famine and great death.
Yep. Mourning, famine, great death. Go ahead.
The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear.
Yep.
The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
That's right. Evil, man. Bad time. Ill. Okay? Eve meaning time, ill meaning bad. So bad fucking times are coming, man. Go ahead.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
That's right. Scourges, man. These are asked that this is what your punishment is going to be. Okay? This is your repayment for your wickedness, for your disobedience. All right? These are the repayments for you not wanting to listen, okay, or hearken to the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, you see, this is going to be your scourge. You're either eaten by wild dogs, starving to death, being tortured in a concentration camp, decapitated, okay, are burnt up by thermonuclear bombs, are killed by the sword, man. The modern day gun, you know, full of bullet holes, laying on the ground somewhere, dying slowly, man, bleeding out, or just shot and wounded, and you can't go nowhere. So now you got a bunch of wild dogs, or people looking at you like you the next supper, man. This is your punishment. This is your scourge, man. Your amendment, your repayment. Go ahead.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness.
You see, you're going to see a lot of people dying like this. You're going to see a lot of people doing bad, starving, being killed for their food, and you're going to continue to do wickedness. You're going to kill people for food. All right. You're not going to rely on the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You're going to rely on your goddamn stomach telling you, get some more meat. All right? Get that leg off that lady laying over there with them bullet holes in her. Go ahead,
Sure.
You're good.
Nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth,
Yep.
that they shall think themselves to be in a good case.
Yep, and that's what's taking place. Right now, you think that they got all these sales and all this. You still got Save a Lot and all these cheap-ass stores to go in, and you got to look at the dates on stuff because a lot of this shit is outdated or been sitting on shelves for too fucking long. Okay? So that stuff's getting ready to come to an end, man. Inflation is going to kick in because the dollar is going to be doing so bad, and shit is going to start getting real expensive. The demand for things, because when it gets bad out here, there's not going to be too much stuff moving around. There's not going to be a lot of trucks going into Chicago or into Aurora or into New York. There are a lot of people that are going to be like, man, I'm not taking no fucking truck full of food into that place. So the demand is going to go up, and people are going to pay a lot more money for shit, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth.
Yep.
Sword, famine, and great confusion.
That's right.
For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine.
Yep, that's starvation. That's a horrible way to die, man. It's painful. Okay? Pining away is painful as hell. I keep bringing up the video of some Mexican kids coming across the border, and the one kid he was weak, man, because he didn't have no food. You could see his bones through his skin, and he was kind of leaned over, hanged on a tree, and the other kids were laughing at him, and one was poking him with a stick. This is how a lot of you people are gonna die, man. And the vultures and the crows, they're gonna see you, and you're gonna be weak, not being able to do shit. They're gonna come pop those eyes out, and they're gonna start eating your brain, man. A lot of you people are gonna die horrible deaths, man, because you don't want to listen. Go ahead, bro.
And the other, man, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escapes the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Yep, the modern day sword is the gun, and a lot of people own them here in America, and they're going to be kicking doors in 20 deep, man, kicking in your door, shooting your shit all up because they see some smoke coming out the top of your house, or they smell some motherfucking some food, a can of potatoes, man, with some salt and pepper in it. They're going to smell it, and they coming. And if you ate all the potatoes up, guess what? They're going to probably eat you. Okay? They're going to have their way with you, and then they're going to eat you. Go ahead.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them.
Yeah.
For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it.
Yep.
The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them?
That's right.
For all places shall be desolate of men.
Yep.
So that one man shall desire to see another,
Yep.
and to hear his voice.
He's going to be, the elect are going to be out here, man, roaming, being as pilgrims, going from one place to another, man. We might not see no goddamn body for days, man.
Mm.
You know, if we're not with other brothers, if we're by ourselves, or if we're with our wife and our family, but shit, we may have to come out here to go and try to find food. So we may leave our families somewhere hiding in the fucking woods and start walking around and trying to find some damn food, man. We might not get back for days because we might have to hide some fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see troops or people, cannibals, you know, and you got to dip and hide in some motherfucking bushes. And you might have to lay there for 3 fucking days, man.
Mm.
You know, and then make your way back to your family. You know, go ahead.
For of a city there shall be 10 left.
Yep.
And with that being said, the elect's going to eat.
Hey, damn right.
You know, I forget the story about the raven.
Yeah, the raven brought Elijah meat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's going to happen.
Yeah, and then Elijah went into the woman's house, and these are the miracles that are going to take place.
Mm-hmm.
When Elijah went into the woman, he saw a woman at a well, and he was, you know, he said, "Hey, you know, you got something to eat?" And she said, "Yeah, I got enough. I got enough meal and oil to make a couple cakes for me and my son, and then we're gonna eat that, and we're gonna die, because this was during the time of the famine." And Elijah said, "Listen, you know what I'm saying? If you make me a cake, you know, make me something to eat, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna promise you that your meal barrel and your oil barrel will never go empty until after the famine. You'll still have food up until the end of the famine." So the woman, was reluctant, but she made the man Elijah the cake, and Elijah ate the cake. You know what I'm saying? And the woman had food, man, constantly.
Mm.
You know, it would never go empty. You know what I'm saying? So these are the kind of things that are gonna happen for brothers that have been diligent in this truth, man, telling and being honest in this truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Lord is going to create things like that to happen. You know, you might have a bag of cornmeal. You know what I'm saying? To fry some, you might whatever you have, beans, a bag of beans or some bag of rice, and you keep reaching in there, and you know you got to make a certain amount every day for you and your family. You keep reaching in there, and that shit don't never go empty. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that are going to happen, man, for the men of the Lord. Okay, go ahead.
For of a city there shall be 10 left,
Yep.
and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves,
Mm-hmm.
in the clefts of the rocks.
That's right.
As an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 olives. Or as when the vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard.
Yep.
Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword.
That's going to be some men out here still looking to kill people for food. Okay, there's going to be people, and what they're doing is, what are those 15-minute cities? Okay, they're going to be people still. There's going to be a lot of people in America per se, because a lot of these people that are here have to be put to death by that thermonuclear fire. Okay, you see. But we're going to desire to talk to people like ourselves, basically. You know, we're not going to be walking around in the sit downtown Lancaster or downtown Chicago, you know, where there's mad martial law troops. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be trying to walk around the neighborhood, because you're going to have people that are going to be cannibals. You're going to have people that are going to be trying to trap you up, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old.
Yeah.
And her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns,
Mm-hmm.
because no man shall travel therethrough.
That's right. Like, this grass is finally and nicely cut. You know, when all hell starts breaking loose here, give it a month. If the weather's nice and it has rain, this grass is going to be long as hell, man. gonna have plenty of places to hide.
Shit, that movie's The Legend.
Yeah, I Am
The
Legend.
streets was
Yeah.
starting to grow weeds.
They had grass on them. You know, that's going to be here. Wherever there's nobody traveling, man, it's going to be overgrown, man. You know, nobody trimming the hedges, nobody cutting the grass. It's going to be overgrown out here.
So,
yeah,
you know, the lions and tigers
they're going to be out this motherfucker too.
Escaping the
they're going to be out here too.
Right on living in the streets.
You know, it's going to get real out here, y'all. You know, packs of wild dogs. You know, yeah, go ahead.
The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms.
Yep.
The woman shall mourn, having no husband.
Yep, all of them are going to be getting sent overseas, man. You know, I hate to say it, my daughter's, she's seeing a guy that's in the National Guard. He's in training, won't be back till what, the 28th? You know, but it's like I can't tell. I'm not going to tell her that, you know, at some point they might send his ass overseas. You know what I mean? You know, and she might never see him again. I'm not going to be the one to tell him that. You know what I'm saying? Or tell her that. Go ahead.
Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
You see? Go ahead.
Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord.
Yep.
Behold, down to 36,
38.
Con. Verse 36, behold, the word of the Lord receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. 2nd Esdras 16:38. And when a woman with a child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, and 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
That's right. So like a woman in getting ready to have birth, she has birth pains. Okay, it's those contractions. America is dealing with the contractions right now. Okay, but the contractions are getting heavier and heavier. All right. So now that these contractions are like really heavy at this point, all right, that baby is getting ready to be born. That's why I brought the scripture out. Who shall rouse Judah up? That's going to be the birth of the nation of Israel. Okay, when this thing happens. All right, it's gonna be a little messy in the beginning. After that baby comes out of that canal, it's got to be cleaned off. All right, you see, this is the birth of a nation getting ready to take place, man. These are the contractions that you're seeing. The economy collapsing. These migrants coming in. Okay, the scriptures say, "I shall fill thee with men as with caterpillars." Okay, because what are they doing? They're eating the economy up right now. All right, that's what's taking place with all these migrants getting all these benefits. The economy is being eaten up. Our finances, our taxes are being eaten up as if these people were caterpillars, man. You see? So all of these things coincide with what's getting ready to take place with this birth of this nation, man. The rousing up of Judah, okay? The place being filled with men as with caterpillars, because now that the financial end of America is being totally decimated by these people coming in, there's only one way that this can go. The economy is going to collapse, and all hell is going to break loose. You got anything else, brother? That's it. Well, with that, we are going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakadash. We're going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Israel that rule well. And shalom to the Akim, Aquathium, and the speckled bird listening and learning. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, bro, I'm starting to get tired now.